Hi, how are you?
How are you? So we are here waiting for going to go a bit kiteboarding with Isabelle here.
And Olivier.
And we are in a spot in the south of France. And Isabelle's gonna tell you what's going on that spot because she knows a bit. Okay? It's the spot closest from Montpellier. And here we are. Can you explain to us, Isabelle, lo que pasa?
This is the explanation about the different zone for the kite surfer.
Okay.
So this is here is the shore. We are here in the beach. So it's the first line is reserved for debutant kite surfer.
Yeah, beginners.
The beginner, and after there is the indication for people who are more experimented.
Okay. So here in France, look at that, 300 meters. That means there's a big line 300 meters so that boats cannot go close
yes.
to the beach. Okay, this is regulation of 300 meters.
Yes,
okay,
of course.
and this is the regulation on the zone that we're gonna see on the spot. Okay,
and it's forbidden to swimming in this place.
Yeah, for the swimmers, it's forbidden to swim. It's for the tourists. So there is indication for pratiquants, like kiteboarders, okay. And there is indication for the public. So there is 14 rules here, 14, 16 for the pratiquants. So before you go, you grab your kite and you go on the beach, you have to read the 14 rules, the 16 rules. Okay?
Okay. Allez,
let's go to the beach. What do you remember of your last kiteboarding lesson?
For my last kiteboarding lesson.
Where was it?
Where was it? In Almanar.
In Almanar, yeah. Another very awesome spot.
1 month ago.
1 month ago, okay. What kind of kite did you steer, did you piloted on that day in Almanar?
7 meters. 7?
Yeah.
9.
Okay. So the 7 was at the beginning of the day?
And
okay.
After was the 9.
Okay. So what was the wind? What was the orientation of the wind on that spot? Was it offshore?
Onshore.
Okay. So you have seen a spot with onshore conditions, okay? And what was the other on that spot in Almanar? What makes that beach so a bit dangerous?
It was dangerous because the beach was small. So for the decollage, for the
launching the kite.
It was difficult because there was not so much place. There were too much little accidents.
Yeah, you have seen your first kite, more or less, your first kite accidents, okay? Because in Almanar, it's true that basically the beach is like 15 meters long, okay? So in comparison, here in Port-Camargue, when you do 360, the beach is like at least long, so it's like at least 25-30 meters long. So it's very easier here. Okay, for example, you can see this big foil kite there, but there's no problem. You cannot do that in Almanar.
Not at all.
Okay.
There were not places.
Okay. Plus, on that beach, you can see also that the wind is not really onshore. Yeah. So what is the wind conditions? On that spot, it's side onshore.
Side onshore, yes.
Okay.
Side onshore.
Side onshore for kiteboarding are really the best conditions.
Okay.
Okay? Because it provides you a way to ride that you can really go back to the beach easily if there is anything bad. Okay? The kite, you are pushed by the wind going back to the beach. But actually, it's really easy always to go in the sea, okay? Like you edge, you're not used to edge for the moment, but you did body drag, okay? And on that beach, only doing body drag, you have been exploring zones in zones you would be able to ride.
Okay.
Okay. Can you tell us what happens when you first tried here body drag with Julien? Okay, on that beach here. So what happened? Yeah, you have your feet touch the ground until like 20 meters. If you go 30 meters away.
Yes, even I think that 15 or
yeah, 15, but
of the beach.
Anyway, it's not worse than Almanar. Almanar is less. Almanar, after 5 meters, there's no more beach.
So I were a little in the middle of the water, and I could find the way to return to this part of the debutant zone.
Okay, the way to come back, the beginner zone.
The beginner zone.
Okay, so what happens? Basically, where exactly on the beach were you training? On what zone?
At the right zone.
At the right zone, okay.
Yes.
But how far from the beach? Was it like we can see two people there?
No, even in the middle.
Okay. Okay, in the middle. So basically, if you are in the middle on that spot and you body drag, okay, in the direction of the wind, then you reach a zone.
Yes, you reach the zone where there are a very kiter, so
yeah, there
are
a lot of riders, and you're not sure you can have your feet on the. Okay, so that's the particular of that spot. But anyway,
for the beginners, yes.
Yeah, we can see Montpellier. We can see Montpellier there, and any other beach is not as accessible as here. So that's why we say it's the best spots in Montpellier.
Okay, yeah. So let's go. Try.
Let's go and try. And what
continues with my formation.
Okay.
I made
water start.
Water start is the day that is the next step.
Yeah.
Start.
So now you can do launching a kite by yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Launching.
You have already done landing a kite.
I done it.
Yeah, with an assistant.
I done it. Yes, with an assistant.
We were in other place in Bauduc, and you was piloting, and I was here ready for taking by the kite, and you was helping. You was use my help to land the kite. So you did it, but you're not really confident yet. Okay? You know how to do it, but maybe you need to be careful at the beginning. Okay? So you know piloting, you know launching, you know landing. What do you know?
Body drag.
You know body drag on the two directions. Okay? You have been experimented a lot of different kites, like 5 meters, 7 meters, 9 meters. Okay? Body drag, including on that beach one night the 12 meter. That you felt like, what was your impressions with the 12 meter kite?
It's very powerful.
Okay.
With the wind,
yeah.
It's a powerful kite. You can lose the control.
Yeah, that's what you don't want, and you even basically with the 12 meter kite, you even experienced.
A little accident.
It was not an accident. It was
loss of control.
A hazard, because the kite, one of bridle of the kite, just exploded, and your kite was in the sea and not able to relaunch. Okay, can you do the relaunch by yourself also?
Yes, I did it.
So you did the relaunch. Okay.
Yes, I did.
What is the number one thing to do? Now that you know it, when you lose a bit of control, or when you are just okay. So how can you translate that in English or in Spanish?
Suelta tus manos.
Suelta tus manos. Okay.
Stop and get that your hands.
And this is the first step. Lâcher. When you want to relaunch from the water. Okay, when you want to relaunch from the water, it's very important that first you let go the bar, you see what's happening, you see the bar, you see the kite, you see there is other kiters, that there's no problem, okay? You see if there is buoy, for example, there, you see the little buoys?
Yes.
What you don't want to is, I've done that before, so I can tell you that I had some problems with that, okay? What you don't want to is that you are the other side of the buoy, and your lines are getting into the board, and your kite is the other side. Okay? Because this is very tricky. Okay, I did it one time with huge waves, and this is I nearly I broke the bar. I broke 2 lines.
Really?
Yeah, I nearly broke myself, and the kite was away. Like okay, yeah. So the balls are very. It looks like when you are not kiteboarder safe, but it's not safe at all. Okay, it can be very tricky, and you can really crash your kites, crash your bar, everything. What are the conditions in here today? That you see the wind is average 15-20 knots. Okay, so for your weight, what size of kite would you use?
9?
Yeah, you could use 7 if you're very experienced, but
7, 9.
with 15 knots, 20 knots, you could use your 9 also. Okay, it would be easier with the 9, but you would be a bit more powerful. Okay, so now we know that on this part the wind is picking down. Okay, so we know that you're gonna use the 9. I'm gonna check, we're gonna play with it and make it work so that you feel ready. And there's not so much kiter here today compared to what we've seen before in Tarifa or other places. So it's really a nice conditions. And as you can see, there is only something like 2 tourists there, 3 tourists on the rocks, and maybe 2 tourists there. So it's really all kind of sky, gazing far. Thank you very much, and see you for another session on RidesUpBoards. Bye there, it's time to go riding. Cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through? In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you.
You